Welcome to the second video of the academic writing video series. By this time you should have already viewed the first video, which was about thesis statements and the introductory paragraph. In this video we will cover the report structure, topic sentences of body paragraphs, and transitions between ideas and paragraphs. As seen in the first video of the academic writing series, the introductory paragraph, represented by the top triangle, begins with a general statement or hook. After the hook, lead-in sentences lead to the thesis statement, and the thesis statement addresses the main points that will be covered in the body paragraphs. Here, in this graphic of a report structure, the blue rectangles after the introductory paragraph symbolize the body paragraphs. Also mentioned in the first video, the main points of each of the body paragraphs are the answers to the thesis statement question if the thesis statement were turned into a question in your mind. The conclusion paragraph begins with the paraphrased version of the same thesis statement that was at the end of the introductory paragraph. The paragraphs begins with the topic statement, which states the main idea of the paragraph. Again, the topic sentence of each body paragraph is the answer to the thesis statement question if the thesis statement were to be turned into a question. In this example, the topic sentence of this paragraph is: a wiki is an open source website that allows any user to edit and add to its content with no valid resources. Thus, you would assume that the whole paragraph will be about a wiki. After an effective topic sentence, the rest of the paragraph sentences will support the topic sentence. If a sentence is not supportive of the topic sentence, it does not belong in the paragraph, because each paragraph only has one main idea, and all sentences support that idea by being a detail or an example of that idea. The thesis statement is the writer's claim about the main points in the paper. If you turn the thesis statement into a question in your mind, the main points or topic sentences should answer the question. For example, the thesis statement here talks about researchers' need to be discriminatory about the references they use in order to maintain credibility. The question is why? The answers: because many research articles have no citations to validate their research. Because using a wiki means that it was written by anyone who could edit it. Because using a weblog is associated with opinions, anecdotes, or other uncited details. What is a transition? It consists of words or phrases that show a connection between ideas or between paragraphs. It makes it easier for the reader to follow the ideas and see how they relate to each other. Transitions, or connectors, or linking words, as they are also known, can let the reader know that a sentence is an example or explanation of the previous idea. The sequence of paragraphs or ideas can also be shown using such words as first, next, or finally. The result of another idea can be conveyed with certain words or phrases such as consequently or as a result. Transitions can also show additions or exceptions by using terms such as also, in addition, furthermore or exclusive of, other than or aside from. They can demonstrate the comparison or contrast between ideas with words and phrases. These are just a few of the examples of transitions. More extensive and advanced transitions can be found in academic articles and other authoritative research sources. 2 tips for using transitions: don't use the same ones repeatedly, and don't use transitions with every single sentence. This frame shows how you can use transitions in the introductory paragraph. With the hook, there is usually no transition since it's the first sentence in the entire paper. However, the first lead-in statements show, in general, as a transition to show that the writer begins with a general idea. As the sentences make a bridge to the thesis statement, the word also is used. Lastly, the word consequently shows that the thesis statement is a natural deduction from the previous statements. Earlier in an example, we had the outline of the thesis statements, the 3 main points to the thesis statement, and the paraphrased thesis statement at the end of the paper. It just appears to be a list of sentences without any obvious connections to each other. However, if we were to include transitions for the main points and last thesis statement, the relationships between the topic sentences of each paragraph can be seen. We would also see that the main points do answer the question better with transitions. This adds logical flow to the writing and makes it easier for the reader to follow the ideas and their connections. You probably also notice that using only the thesis statements and each paragraph's topic sentences, the whole point of the paper can be easily understood. The outline of the topic sentences together with transitions serves as a sort of summary of the whole paper. In summary, the report structure begins with the top triangle, the introduction, which consists of a hook, lead-in sentences, and the thesis statement. In other words, it starts out with a general statement and then narrows down to the specific main idea of the paper. The rectangles, or body paragraphs, begin with a topic sentence that tells what the paragraph will be about. Each of the following paragraphs are explanations, examples, or details about that main idea. Transitions are also used with not only the topic sentences, but also some of the explanation and detail sentences to show connections between the ideas inside a paragraph. The conclusion, the bottom triangle, begins with a paraphrased version of the thesis statement. The conclusion paragraph will be discussed more thoroughly in the next video. Thank you for watching the second of the Academic Writing Series videos. The hope is that you now understand.